Today I want to talk to you about growing your own fresh herbs and maybe even starting your first herb garden. Trust me, it's a lot easier than you think. Basil is a wildly popular garden favorite. It likes a lot of sun and it likes to be trimmed often but properly, so make sure you look into how to do that to promote bushier growth. Of course, it's great for loads and loads of pesto throughout the summer. Some people love it, some people hate it, but cilantro is ideal for all sorts of Tex-Mex dishes, especially tops of things like nachos or 11-layer salad. It does like partial shade, a good bit of sun, but not too much, and trim it often so that it doesn't bolt and go to seed too quickly. Chives are perfect for any garden. They're a perennial plant, first of all, which means they'll come back year after year, and you can use them in just about everything. Plus, you can grow new chive plants from the little flower heads once they dry out. Dill is an often overlooked plant in the garden, but it's great to have. It loves plenty of sun, and you want to give it enough space to grow, sometimes pretty high, almost 3 feet tall. Another herb that likes a somewhat shady spot is parsley, be it flat leaf like this Big Italy type or the curly parsley. Both are great for garnish. Flat leaf, I find, does have a slightly bigger flavor. Lemon balm is another overlooked plant in the garden, but it's fantastic and tremendously aromatic. It's great for teas, fresh salads, and sometimes just nibbling on a leaf while you're out in the garden. It's absolutely delicious. Rosemary is a hardy perennial that should be a staple of any garden. It's really drought tolerant. It tolerates almost any type of soil. Once you get established, it is almost impossible to kill it. And again, it's a perennial, comes back year after year.
And it drives away mosquitoes.
That it does. Another very hardy perennial that comes in all sorts of varieties is thyme. I highly recommend getting at least one type of variety, whether it's German thyme or lemon thyme, to put in your garden so that you can find the space and time to use it. Oregano is another fantastic perennial to have in your garden. It's a widely used culinary herb, great for soups, stews, salads, all sorts. Wonderfully aromatic and very, very easy to grow. Definitely oregano, thyme, and rosemary should all be perennial plants in your garden. Mint is another great addition for any garden. It comes in a wide varieties. Most are familiar with spearmint or peppermint, but there's also orange mint, lemon mint, even chocolate mint, and a lot others. One really important thing you need to know about mint before putting it in your garden, and actually it's probably better if I take you out into my garden and show you. I made this mistake a while back and I'm still paying for it. Let's go. This is some mint that is growing directly out of the rock in my little walkway, and I've got some right here, but years ago I planted it all the way in that corner over there. And for the past 10 years, I have been ripping it out all along there, and it still comes up every year over here. But wait, there's more. Because you can see that little patch, like, all right around here. I'm going to have to take that out. I'll replant it. But if we walk over here to my neighbor's yard, across here, he has never planted mint, which means that these have traveled all the way from over there, under here, under the cement, over into his garden. And I actually feel really bad about that. This is why you do not plant mint directly into the ground. It is a really invasive plant, and it will take over your entire yard very quickly. Peppermint, spearmint, orange mint, chocolate mint, any mint, keep it in a container.